Afrique, et malheureusement Afrique sans fric. Oh, naso idée, naso idée, Yendenika. Mais oui, c'est comme ça. Eh oui.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Now You Know Podcast. I'm here with Chef Carr and Blezo. How we doing, fellas?
Yes, sir. Good to be back again and being consistent.
Know what
like
it is,
it.
man. Doing the do.
Consistency.
Doing the do. All right. So before we get into tonight's conversation, please do check us out on Instagram at NYK Podcast. And we are on Twitter at NowYouKnow1. Once again, Instagram is NYK Podcast and Twitter is NowYouKnow1. So
is it Twitter or X?
Ah,
It's the same thing. That's what we're thinking.
No.
Same thought.
I don't want to
Which
be,
is it?
it's Twitter X or X Twitter.
Okay.
When I say X, people can be thinking other things. So we just say
Right.
Twitter for now.
Yeah,
People like Blezo.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He's already been testing things.
Who are always having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Huh? All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we going to be talking about tonight? So a lot of times, for us this is not just going to be about sports, but it also happens, in our professional environment. But here is the little narrative, right? So say you're a star athlete, right? You're a star athlete, you're, making a lot of money, you're, going out there, doing your best every time. You're making a lot of money, the fans love you, the crowd loves you, opposing fans hate you, right? Unfortunately, you get injured. All right. Now, someone steps into your position. Right now, while you're on that sick bed, right? Are you going to be rooting for this person who just, stepped into your position? Or are you going to be hoping that this person feels miserably? That way, your team starts missing you, right? So that's from a sports point of view. Now, this can also happen, in your professional life, right? Say you're working for this company, you take some kind of leave. It could be, you take some PTO. It could be some other kind of leave, and then they backfill your position, right? And this person is either going to kill it in a way that no one ever misses you. Now, when you come back, they're telling you that, oh yeah, this person that was backfilling for your position has been doing so good. They don't know what to do with you, right? So that's kind of the backstory as far as what we're going to be talking about tonight, right? Gentlemen, does it make sense?
Yeah.
I would ask Blesso that, 'cause
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense, man. It makes a lot of sense to me.
I thought the whole night you're going to be just doing, yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, man.
I am Groot. Yeah.
I am Blesso.
I am Blesso.
Blesso is
But
me.
yeah, so all of us here, myself, Chef Carr, and Blesso here, Chef Carr and myself, we're not so fortunate to play, at the elite level, but Mr. Blesso here, he went to those prestige American schools, where they had nice carpet grass, nice carpet grass. They had proper physio room where they go and they tape your ankles nicely. And when they give you free boots, they give you free boots, they give you free
Free
gloves.
merch.
Exactly, free merch, But Chef Carr and myself, we're getting $10 on the away games.
I'm telling you, what to pay for on Batula.
They're giving us $10 on away games.
So funny, yo.
And sometimes it wasn't even guaranteed.
Don't overspend.
Bruh.
But anyway,
Those
Blezo,
days, man.
so Blezo, unfortunately, but fortunately for you, I'm gonna be picking on you, because you played soccer, aka football, and you played a position where, there are not many of you, right? And
Right.
when you watch soccer, right, you rarely see a goalkeeper get substituted, right?
Right.
The other positions, you have a lot of time where you see players get substituted because they do a lot of running, things of that nature. But goalkeepers, once a team has a starting goalkeeper, it's rare for them to lose that starting position unless something drastically happens or they lose form, things of that nature. But so going back to that whole thing I just talked about earlier, how would you feel if you're starting for your school? It could be high school, college, maybe even a professional league, right? Something happens to you, you're on the sideline, and then your backup now steps into your role, right? Now, how would you be, looking at this situation? Are you going to be rooting for this guy to perform for the team, right? Now you're being a team player, or are you going to be like, "F this, I want this guy to fail miserably, so when I come back, I walk right back into the team."
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy, right? I mean, you're playing soccer, that's a team sport. So you want the team to succeed. So though, you fight for playing time and, want to play all the minutes that we can play, at the end of the day, there's a team goal. You have the individual goals and there's the team goal at the end of the day, which is, to get as many points as you can as a team or, to win the championship. So I think it's only right that you support your teammates, no matter, you know, if they're starting, if they're coming off the bench, if they're not getting a lot of playing time, if they're getting a lot of play time. I think you support them whenever they get a chance to play. It's unfortunate that you were hurt, but somebody who prays for their teammates not succeed is praying for the downfall of the team. You shouldn't be on the team if that's your way of thinking. So I'm all for supporting each other and pushing the next person. Doesn't matter what position the person plays. If it's my position, it starts from training. We push each other in games. If I don't get to play, even if I'm not hurt, and I'm not selected, yeah, I may not be happy about it, but it's my duty to support my teammates.
Well said, like a politician. I have a follow-up question for that though, since we're being real here on NYK, right? And I'm happy
Yeah.
you mentioned, the whole not being a team player versus being a team player thing. What if you can have that person, let's say for example, you're a keeper, right? That
Yeah.
person doesn't do well, they make a few mistakes here and there. It might not cost the team a goal, but the
Right.
performance is still very noticeable less than yours, and your team is still winning, and they're just
Right.
not performing well. Do you consider that? Do you factor that in when you're saying that, you're rooting for them? Or do you prefer, or are you okay with that person performing extremely well, even better than you, and then you're losing your place on that team?
I am very comfortable with them performing extremely well and me losing my position. We have to be competitive. We have to push each other. And like they say, I always say that oil is always going to rise above water. If I have confidence in myself, in my craft, and I work hard, I'm going to get my time. And when my time arrives, I'm going to shine and I'm going to keep my position. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to push my teammate. We have to continue pushing each other. We have to continue pushing each other. It comes from practice. Actually, when I played soccer in college, the other goalkeeper was like one of my closest friends. Like we hung out all the time. We always talked, we practiced, we did extra training together. So we're trying to get better together. That's always just been my style. Just pushing each other, just trying to bring out the best, in me, in my teammates. And yeah, and just being a leader, just being a leader in any way you can be, because sometimes you're on the team, you've been there longer than some people have been, and there are new people coming in. You just have to be a leader, and it has to show on and off the field. Um, me not pushing my teammate is also like maybe hoping that they were not at their best or not healthy, and I don't want that kind of thing. So I'm just all about, pushing each other and just being the best that we can be as a team.
Yeah, because you're shifting you're changing the goalposts here, young man. You're moving
How
that
am I changing the
goalpost
goalposts? You're not
because
going
it's
to
not about
change my mind.
no,
You're not going to change
it's
my
not about
mind on whether I
go ahead.
support my team. Like, I am
And
going
again,
to
it's not
support my
about
teammate.
supporting them. It's not
Yeah.
about whether you support them or not support them. I can push you at practice as best as I can and push you, pre-game, make sure you're very well equipped, right, to perform the best. But at the same time, I want to contribute. If I'm sitting on the bench and I'm not contributing anything, I might be happy that you're the one getting that shine. But deep down in my mind, I'm like, damn, can I do the same job? So if I know I can do the same job, if not a better job, why should I be sitting on this bench and you there? And again, the team can still win with the other person. And the other person can still suck and the team wins.
Of course.
So what if you have a situation where the team is still winning, but that person sucks? Would that be an ideal situation for you? Or the team, performs the same way, whether you're there or not, and then they decide to replace you instead. Which do you prefer? And why?
We're talking about
Don't be political. Don't be political.
Yeah, don't be political. Practice has nothing to do with this. This is just strictly
how you practice with him and push him when you're in the hospital.
I'm being real. I'm being real here because I've experienced this a while back. But you asked if I was hurt, and my other teammate was playing. I'm hurt. There's nothing I can do about that. He's playing. I have to continue supporting him. There's nothing I can do about me being hurt, even if I'm healthy, right? If I'm healthy and I can even do better than what my teammate is doing, I'm not the one who selects the team roster for the day. The coach makes that decision, right? The coach sees something that he thinks is going to make the team win. It's not the other person's fault that he gets picked over me as well, right? Yes, I may be fuming, but it's out of my control. If I've done everything I can do, and I don't get picked, yeah, I'll be fuming inside because obviously I want to, the selfishness in you wants to play. You want to play. You want to be on the field. But when your teammate playing, you have to support them. You cannot be praying for their downfall. You can't be praying for them to not do good.
But you kind of just told us how you really feel, though. You said you want to be there. You want to, be the person that's there, right?
Athlete,
it's not about
every athlete wants to play. Every athlete wants to perform. That's just
so why didn't you mention that?
If you don't want to play, you don't want to perform. You are just like collecting cap. Then.
But that's the thing. That's what you made it seem like, though. You made it seem like you're very fine with just sitting on the bench and being supportive while the other person takes the shine.
No. You got that wrong. I'm not saying I'm just happy sitting on the bench.
Thank you.
If I'm hurt,
speak more about those feelings.
If I'm hurt, there's nothing I can do about it. If I don't get selected, I'll be angry. I'll be angry, yes. But I still have to support my teammate who is playing.
That's bullshit.
Because if I'm not supporting, guess what? It starts rubbing off on everybody, and then the team starts, just falling apart. Now they start being little groups because this person likes this person to play, and that person does not like this person to play, and whatnot. You have to support no matter what. Yep.
Lezo, you can be supporting, right? But deep down, you want to choke.
No. You guys are not going to change how I feel. You are not. This is 2024. I'm not going to agree with any person. You guys are not going to change how I feel about this. And I feel very strongly about this. Yes, I am angry. Maybe I'm angry at the coach. But at the end of the day, it's my team. It's a team sport.
Okay.
It's like when you look at it's like when you look at some teams, right? The actual captain of the team does not necessarily, like whatever that word is, I have a difficulty saying that word. Does not necessarily have to play. The captain of the team must not be on the play on the squad, but at practice he's organizing. Off the field, he's organizing.
Could never be me.
So you have to carry your leadership whether you are on the field or you are off the field. It is as simple as that.
Again, no one is disagreeing with that, right? With how you comport yourself, with how you act, right? When you're in that situation. What we're talking about is your personal feelings. So let's reshape the scenario a little bit more, right? You're a college athlete. You only have however many years of eligibility, right? You're the starting keeper, right? You're in your last year of eligibility. This is it. This is your time to make a name for yourself, right? You've been on the bench before your entire career. Now you finally have the starting role.
Let me add.
Play
Let
great.
me add what. Let me add one more tab into those, right? So this is your
Mhm.
senior year. In your junior year, you opted to stay in college for one more year.
Yep.
Let me just add that in there. Cassie, continue.
Yep. Yeah. So you only have a very limited amount of time to play, right? You're out for, let's say, a month, and in that month you guys play 4 games or so. And this person
Ag-
does so well, and you're finally Go
against
ahead, Bill.
against the 4 best teams in the country.
Mhm. Exactly. And this person, but your backup, does so well. Now you're like, damn, I'm back healthy. I can't get they start him the first game. Next game, they start him. Third game, they start him. Now you're like, okay, my spot, like, what is going on, right? You're not even getting a chance to prove yourself in the game. Because again, you're doing your best at practice. And let's say you're still outperforming him at practice, but the team has been winning, the entire time. So they choose to keep him. You're sitting here and you're telling me that you're going to sit there and be 100% supportive and not feel any type of way, knowing that your last chance of playing is done. It's over with. This is it. You're going to ride the bench for your entire college career and you never come back in? Or would you prefer that the team is still winning, that person doesn't perform as well, and now you get a chance to step in and help the team to continue in?
You don't get to choose whether the team is performing well and the person is playing poorly, or
Again,
First of all,
this
I'm
is
going
the
to say
scenario. This is the
again,
scenario.
it's not.
That's it.
It's not about the team right now. We're talking about you, right? Coming back, right? You want to play those
you're
games.
trying to bring up the perfect scenario to put me to fail. I will not fail.
Okay. You know what? Let's shift it from
Hold on,
sports.
hold
Right?
on,
Let's
hold
shift
on,
it from
hold on. No,
sports.
let's not shift. No, hold on. Let's not shift first. Let's not shift.
No, because
See,
we
first of
can
all,
raise the stakes.
hold on. You talked about performing in practice, and first of all, there's practice player and there's game day player. Well, I don't know if you can agree to this. There are people who outshine in
We
practice and you
do.
put them during the game and they cannot do anything. And then my question to you is, why
Facts.
wait to your last year before you start wanting to perform? What have you been doing the previous years?
Again, you've done your best. You just
You're
weren't.
missing
It
the
was a better
point.
competition. Yeah.
You're missing the point here, sir. You're missing the point. It's not about performing.
What's the
It's
point
not
of
about
this?
everybody wants to perform at their best, right? It just so happened now that you were the star keeper, right? And then you got injured, right? Now you cannot be performing at your best now. Somebody else now is coming, right? Right?
Yeah.
And now you're injured. You come back from injury, and this person had been doing so well that
Yes.
they feel like Lezo, just observe for now. And this is your last year of college sports, right? And you're trying to go professional.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the narrative.
Yeah. So haven't you heard of the saying on the transfer like keeping Ghana? If the guy is playing well, play. Like what do you think that you're
Yeah,
just gonna come back from injury?
This boy is throwing away his
And
career.
I know.
you think you're
But the
gonna come
point
back
is,
from
it's
injury
not,
and just like
again,
walk
it's
into
about
the
how
starting
you
lineup?
feel. Yes, with some players, yes.
I've already told you that yes, every player wants to play. I'll be
Every
burning
player.
inside because
You.
I want to
You.
play. I want to
Apparently, you don't
play.
want to play. No, apparently you don't want to
Yeah.
play.
No. You guys are getting it wrong because you're trying to have me
Yeah.
agree something. Every player wants to play.
Okay.
I want to play. But it is out of my control to select who plays. I've done everything I can do. If the coach decides that he's going to select so and so person, he's going to select them. For example, in Arsenal right now, if you ask Ramsey if he puts in everything and does all he needs to play, he will
Who's
say
Ramsey?
yes.
Who's Ramsey?
Sorry, Ramsdale. But when it comes to the game day, Mr. Arteta makes his decision, and he has no choice but to support Raya. I mean, so like,
Does he though?
yes, he does.
No, he does, because so the same thing you're saying is why other players decide that they want to leave and go somewhere else
Thank
That's
you.
where they
fine.
get a chance to
Yes,
play. So that
and there's
feeling
nothing
is
wrong about
always
that.
there. So because again, they have the same feeling that they think they can perform better and they need a chance.
Right.
If you're not being given a
Right.
fair chance, right, to come back and reclaim your spot, how do you feel? Do you then want the other person to let something happen, let the team need me? Again, I don't want the team to lose because I'm still a part of the team, right? I want the team to win. But for that specific position where I'm playing, whoever is there, I want that spot.
Okay, let me ask you the question. How do you get the fair chance?
But to redo what
How
you've
do
been
you get
doing,
the
right? Hold on, let me
how do
finish.
you get the
Let me
fair
finish.
chance?
Let me finish. Let me
Please,
finish. Let me finish. To do what exactly you did, I'm gonna move that goalpost as well. Because we asked you about your feelings about how you would feel about, what's going on. And you chose to go around and say, oh yeah, it's not my choice. I'm gonna be supportive. I'm gonna do my best outside of work and stuff like that, right? So again,
Fuck out of
here
here.
is how do I get yeah. If I were to
But I
answer
told
your
you,
question
I
in
told you,
that
I'm
way,
burning inside because I want to play. Every
hold
athlete
on,
wants
let
to
me
play. Me,
finish.
I want to
I
play.
know, but let me finish, right? Let me tell you how I would
Mhm,
go about. Let me lead by
mhm.
example. How I would go about doing this shit, right? Pause. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I would if I'm going in practice here, I'm going 110% against this person. I'm trying to show him out. I'm trying to embarrass him. If I'm tackling, I'm putting extra oomph in that tackle. I'm making sure it's known that I'm better than him in any way, shape, and form. That's how I'm
Damn,
doing
though.
it. It might seem like it's a personal issue, but guess what? At that point in time, we might be friends outside of those lines in the locker room, but within those lines, he's my worst enemy. That's how I feel. So I wish him harm on that field within the rules of the game. Outside of that,
Interesting.
hey, we can be buddy buddy and be cool. But I will
Nah,
make sure I dominate him in every way, shape, or form.
so you're trying to hurt your teammate, is what you're saying?
I never said I'm trying to hurt him. I said within the
He
rules.
said if you are going in a tackle against him, what are you doing?
As
I'm
an extra
extra
oomph.
Yeah. You never
To
send a
do what?
message to your players on the opposition.
UMPH.
Yeah. As a defender,
It
if
just
I'm playing
it
against
just it's
someone,
just
right?
it's just an oomph to say you know that I am still here
Yeah.
and I'm still that
I
guy.
didn't know I had to spell it
Exactly.
out to you that you have to work hard at practice. When I talk about doing all you can do is working hard at practice, I don't know that I have to spell. I don't know that I have to spell
But
that
no,
out to you.
it's different though. It's different. I can work hard at practice by doing extra cardio. I can work hard at practice by doing, every drill at 100%. What I'm saying is that you are my target. If we're practicing, I'm making sure I'm never on the same squad with you, which is most likely the case, right? Starters versus bench, whatever, however you mix it up. I'm making sure I'm looking for you. We all have times in the field where you're timing somebody, you're like, oh, I can't wait till this person tries this against me. I know I'm going to do this. Same thing. He is my target. He is my goal. Yes, I want to shine. I want to make sure our team wins. But any encounter that I have with him, I want to make sure that he knows psychologically that I'm that. If I have to talk extra smack, and expose a weakness that the coach didn't know he had in practice, I'm doing that. Again, that weakness doesn't have to go in the game, but within that confines of the lines of the practice, whatever, I'm doing that. I wish you all the worst in this practice situation because I want my spot back.
Your teammate, your team
Yeah,
is like your family, yo. Your team
that's
is like your
okay.
family. You support them. You wish the best for everybody. You work hard.
And you still
All
push them
is
hard in the
always going to
field.
rise. All
Yeah,
is always going to rise above water. If you've got class,
absolutely.
if you work hard, if you're a baller, it's going to shine. We don't need anybody to help point. It's going to shine. You're going to shine. Your time is going to come. You're going to shine. You can't be here wishing the worst for your teammates because you
Didn't
are
you say
going all
I'm supposed
is
to push him? Does iron not
yeah.
sharpen iron? Am I not making him better by pushing him like that?
Yeah,
If
so
he
why are
were
you
to,
wishing the worst for him?
have,
How are you making him better by
I can
wishing the worst for him?
my wish is gonna come true. If that's the case, I can wish for a lot more.
You hope they come true because you're wishing for him, right?
Yeah, I'm wishing that I expose every weakness that he has. It's up to him to work on those weaknesses and fix it. But at that point in time, if showing that weakness is gonna get me back on the field, why not? If I'm
Interesting.
playing against my own brother, right? My own brother plays on the opposing team. Do you think
Oh,
I'm
he's
fouling
getting
him the same
cooked.
way as I'm fouling somebody else? No, he's getting extra. Bro, he's getting an extra elbow. He's getting it because guess what? That's my brother. Like I'm gonna compete a lot harder against him than anybody else.
Mm.
So the extra tackle that this person gets, hey, look, man, it's nothing personal. It's just that we're this close. You're my best friend, but you will feel it when we're on this field. After that,
Damn, though.
cool. Hey, look, I can help you. I can help ice your legs. Oh, bro, trust me, I'll send you to my personal doctor, all that stuff. But that message has to be sent. Like, who's the
Mhm.
big dog in town? It's me, not you. And I
The
want everybody
message
to
can
know
be
that so I can
sent.
get my spot back.
The message can be sent in so many different ways by doing the simple things that you were asked of. you go and be tackling hard. When they say control the ball and pass it there, you go and tackle. That's not getting you anywhere.
I didn't say that
I'm
though.
just telling
You're saying that. I
I'm just,
never said
I'm
that.
just telling,
But I
I'm
never
just
said
telling you that
that.
the message can be sent in so many different ways.
Again, how is the message? Again, I said, right, if I'm going up against him, I'm doing my best to make sure I dominate him in every single way, shape, or form, right? He's my competition. I'm supposed to prove that I'm better than him, right? So what is wrong with me doing that?
And making
Again,
noise.
if we're doing drills and I'm going against him,
Yeah, making
guess
noise.
what? I'm trying to kill him on that drill. Like, that's a fact. I'm not saying that I'm gonna go make myself look stupid just because I want to show that I'm better than him. Nah, that's dumb. If they're saying do a juggling drill, I'm going to tackle him. That's stupid. Like, that's not common sense. But if they say, okay, 1v1, I'm defending him, oh boy, he's never going to pass me, not even once. I don't care if, he's not going, not once. It's just that simple. I'm going to make sure I show him off in every chance I get. That's all I'm saying. That's how I get back on the field. So now I flip that question back to you. How do you get back on the field?
I get back on the field by doing the things I know how to do best. And doing
Which
the things
is?
that are required from me.
Observation.
Which is? Exactly. Come on. It sounds like you're not trying to get back on the field. And you're content.
Sounds like
It's not like I'm not trying to go back on the field.
Sounds like he's content on the bench.
Literally.
You guys thought I was missing the point, but you guys are clearly missing the point.
We're not missing
You guys
the
are missing the point. You're missing the point.
Tell us.
So you're saying that you shouldn't support your teammate because you want to get back on the field. You're wishing for him to do bad because you want to take the starting position back. That's what you're saying.
I don't want him to do horrible, but I want him to do less than what I would do. Yeah, absolutely.
I want the team to win without his input.
Exactly. That's it right there.
Well,
until
you change that mindset, you're not going to be a good team player. You can never be on my team, man, people.
I'll be a great team player, though. He would never know. If he scores a goal, I'll be the first one to jump and say, yeah, and clap for him. But in the meantime, I'm like, damn, I could have scored this goal too. That's all I'm thinking. I'm not gonna tell everyone that. Like, my thoughts and everything stays to myself. Don't get me wrong. I will do the right things. I will show support. Hey, like, what do you need me to do? Cool. I will do this. I will warm up I'll be your biggest cheerleader. But again, when it's me versus you and it's time to show who gets to play on that field, hey, bro, I don't know you. At that point, I'm sending a message from minute 1. Boom, beep, scrimmage.
Yeah.
Beep, boom, early tackle. They're not going to call a card in that early tackle. It's strategy.
The thing is, you waited too late to do that. You know, see
How?
that you don't have your starting position anymore and you're panicking. And you start doing crazy stuff because you want to get back on the field.
Not doing crazy stuff.
What do you mean waited too late? Like, the whole point is you already are started. You're an established starter, right? This person, you got injured. This person took over. And then now when you've come back and that person is still not, that person is still there and they're not giving you a chance.
You were the man.
That's what the whole point is. Exactly.
Now he's the man. He's the man now.
How do you just establish yourself back as the man? That's the whole point.
Oh my God. No.
All right.
When you come back and the person is playing, hold on, let me finish. When you come back and the person is playing, you work hard. If you work hard, you do what you're supposed to do, you show them what you got, you're gonna get your chance. You're gonna take
Life doesn't work.
You don't just come back and expect that.
You don't. That's the thing. You don't always get your chance. That's the thing.
You don't know. Yes, and then you move. You find different ways. You move on. If it's not working, you move on. You find other ways that are gonna make it work.
So I'll ask you a quick question, right? Have you ever sent a message to an opponent in the game?
I've ever sent an opponent a message in the game.
No, sent an opponent a message in the game, and you know by what I mean by message.
There's different kinds of messages. I don't know what you mean. I cannot
exactly. Read your mind. You see? Again,
I can't read your mind.
Come on. There's times when you
step on the field, your play style can send a message that this team is afraid. You come. I know the message you're talking about, which is you come in and you tackle somebody hard. I was a goalkeeper. I don't get to tackle people hard. I don't get to go and send a message and tackle people.
That's the best position to punch somebody and get away with it.
Exactly. You know this guy always gonna go for every header. You know he's gonna try. So sometimes you go out for the ball, a corner kick, just boom. Try to get some extra, extra contact with this person. That's a simple message. You're not trying to injure them by no means.
I just try to catch the ball like I'm supposed to. I
again.
just try to catch the ball like I'm supposed to. I don't worry about the play. I catch the ball
You
like I'm
can still
supposed to.
catch the ball. You can still catch the ball, but then when you catch, sometimes you can catch and land a certain way and avoid the contact, or you can catch and keep the contact in and just continue.
No, I catch the ball and I worry about starting the attack.
Man, come on, bro. This guy.
I mean,
right.
I catch the ball and I worry about the next
Yo,
phase.
Donino,
we need to.
I mean, you cannot say we will.
All right.
Yo,
Damn, no.
that's just say you cannot say we will.
You cannot say we will. I got my accolades, man. I got my accolades, man.
All right. Let's go into our proverb.
Yo, hold on. I'm at the That's just say you can say we will. You some dude, man. You some dude, bro.
You some dude. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have the proverb.
Let's have it. All right. The proverb is taking us to Chef Car's favorite country in Africa.
Man. Damn, it's not. If it's East Africa, it's not. Let me just say that right now. It's not Kenya. Please, I beg.
I think Blessor and myself can both agree that it is indeed Kenya.
East Africa and Kenya, to be precise.
Yes.
This was supposed to be about Blessor today, not me.
No, trust me, it is about Blessor. It is about Blessor.
Good. Then it's my favorite country again. Let's continue.
So the African proverb says, do not follow a person who's running away.
Do not follow the person. Why you first following me?
This is the kind of question you're asking.
Do not follow the person who's running away.
It's a Kenyan proverb that
proverb.
says,
Then,
hold on.
then don't follow them.
my God.
Let me say it
That's
again for
wrong.
West Africans to hear it. All right. It says, do not follow a person who is running away. Period.
So what do you think?
What do I think?
Starting position.
I should not follow the person who's running away now. What do I think? The person is running. Don't follow them.
What do you think it
Running from a
means?
starting position.
What are they running away from and where are they running to?
Running from the
Jesus.
goal.
Don't follow the
Yes,
person
to
who's
be-
running away. Don't follow the person
Nah,
who's
but-
running away.
So, like,
Uh-huh.
when I saw this proverb, you know when I say black man run away, no, you just follow it.
When they say what?
Bro, nah,
Automatically.
honestly, when you
Now,
see
when you
somebody
say
just
black
running,
person, when you say a black person running away, what do you do?
shit, you're not waiting to see what's going on. You run too.
Exactly, you follow. Carry me, they go. Yeah, out of there.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh man, that's funny. But nah, seriously though, what do you think it means, Blessel?
It means that
He's
don't follow
Googling.
somebody who's running. I'm not
I'm
Googling
telling
it.
you.
I want to Google that. What does
You-
run? Not follow
Oh,
the person who's
man.
running away. What do I think that means?
Mhm.
If somebody is not hearing what you're trying to tell them, leave them. Don't bother. Don't chase them to tell them what you are trying to tell them. If it's valuable to them, they will stop and listen. But if they choose to walk away, let them go.
I think it goes like, you know how they say you cannot help somebody who doesn't want to be helped.
Mhm.
So if they are run away from those problems, why bother yourself to be trying to get them to come back and face it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. Because like if someone's like running away from situation or someone who just known to run away, right, to flee the scene, it's like why chase them? For one, you don't know why they're running. So
Mhm.
don't necessarily assume that they're right in running away from what it is. But also, it's like, I think it's about thinking for yourself and taking the time to assess whatever situation there is and then making your own decision, right? Just because someone is running away and they're already a step ahead, in that regard, you don't have to chase them. And I also think too is like in regards to like competition as well too. In this case, we can tie it in. If someone is running away and with one specific behavior or doing a specific thing, you don't necessarily have to chase after them. You can also create your own path, and you can also get to that point the way you want to, the way you see fit, per se, or whatever. Now that's assuming in this case that the goal is not the same exact goal. Because if the goal is the same exactly, and there's really not too much you can do in that regard. So
I like those overlap runs from Andy Robertson.
you know,
All
sometimes
right.
you have
So,
to.
so we're talking about team sport, right? So, Blezo,
Yeah.
let's change the narrative now to individual sports, right? So you have individual
Mhm.
sports like tennis, you have the Formula Ones, right?
Yeah.
You have what are the individual sports out there? You have golf, right?
Golf,
Things like that.
track
So
star.
Fighting,
yeah,
UFC, boxing.
yeah, things like that. Oh, I like boxing. Say you were number one contender.
Hmm
Eh? You were the number one contender, right? Or you're a race car driver, you have your car, you have your seat, right? This car is yours, a two-man team, right? Now you get hurt, put somebody in your car, right? The person kills it. They even win the championship with the team, right? Or you're number one contender, you get hurt, right? Now someone else has to step into that contender spot and challenge for the belt. Now, this is more of an individual thing now, right? So are you still going to feel the same way, right? Based on what you mentioned earlier, as far as the team sport, are you still going to feel the same way in this scenario?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Are you Pima?
Bruh, you talked about individual sports, and then you said NASCAR number one driver, and then
You want me to give you a UFC example? You want me to
Yeah, give me
reiterate the thing and give you
help
okay.
help him out. Help him out.
Okay, put it this way, right? I'll give you the example
Mhm.
of Israel Adesanya and Kamaru Usman, right? So they're
Okay.
in different divisions. One person
Right.
has an interest, Usman, to move up to the other division. Again,
Mhm.
being that they're friends, he's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna stay in my division, whatever, right? He only does this because he knows that he doesn't want to fight his friend. He doesn't want to compete, right? But let's just say right after Israel lost, right? Now Usman has the chance to fight for the championship where Israel lost, right? And he's ready. The fight is set. The matchup is set. He's ready to go take that championship or whatever. And then guess what happens? He gets injured. He loses that shot. And then now Israel comes back. Israel wins again. Should he be happy that now he's not going to get the chance to get that title, that championship? Or should he be okay with sitting on the bench and just knowing that he would not be a champion again? Because now
Yeah,
he's
my
already left
friend,
his
my friend
division.
did it.
Yeah, he's done. That's it. And let's also talk about the financial impacts that also comes with that, right? As opposed to the standard, higher paydays that he get, he's obviously going to be getting a pay cut because again, he's not fighting for the championship and stuff like that. He's no longer going on those media runs to get exposure to further his career and stuff like that. So is he supposed to be okay and just sit back quiet and just be okay with just taking the back seat, knowing that he will never get that opportunity again? Or should that be a situation where he's like, damn, I need to, try to see how I can get back up there and want that
Of course,
spot?
you have to try to see how you can get back up there. You can't be complacent and just sit there and say, I'm happy sitting here, I'm happy not fighting. No, you have to do your best to get back up there. But if your guy is up there, you have to support your guy while he's up there while you're trying to do your best to get there.
But your guy would never give you a chance to fight him. That's the thing. You just know as long as he's on that spot, you're never going to get a chance at that thing because he will never fight you.
Okay, so
Damn, though.
what do you want me to do?
So again, how do you feel about that, right? Are you happy that your person is there knowing that it means you're never going to have the success? Or Are you gonna try to see like, or are you wishing that, hey, in this fight, I hope, he just retires? That's how it starts, right? I hope he retires so
Yeah,
that way I can get a chance. Or you're just
yeah.
like, damn, he's not retiring. I hope, like he just gets a small injury that he can come back from, and then, I can get the title, and then I will give him a chance to fight me, even though I know he would never give me the chance to fight him.
So me personally, I would never pray for anybody to be injured. Never. Now, if somebody gets injured and I see a moment to shine, I will shine.
Okay.
But I'm never going to sit here and pray for somebody to get injured or hurt or something bad to happen to them. But when my moment comes, I'm going to shine. I'm going to seize my moment.
Yeah. Or just contract negotiations fail, and then he steps away and comes back. Like just something,
Yes, that's something that's out of my control. It happens, I will take my moment, I'll shine. But I'm not going to sit here and be praying that something happens. And I'm not going to also sit and say, okay, I'm happy that my friend is there. No, I'm going to continue working hard. I'm going to do all I can to get to the top. When that door opens, I put my foot in that door and I'm not looking back. That's what I've been trying to say.
Lonely
Like,
at the
put your
top.
Okay.
foot,
One
put your
more
foot
thing
in
to
and
add
you,
on that too, right? You're older than your friend, by the way. So your window is closing. So if he stays there for 3 more years, that's it. You're done after that. So you will never get to be at that top too,
you know what?
as long as
I wish I was a billionaire. I wish I was a billionaire. I'm praying to become a billionaire. But if the opportunity has not come to me to be a billionaire, like if I don't have a way to become a billionaire, there's nothing I can do about it.
So you're saying
You
you would
do
not
the
sit
things,
there and like maybe
you worry about the things you can control. The things that are in your control, you do those things. You tick all those boxes. Your time comes, you seize the moment and you don't look back and you continue going forward, ever backward, never.
Do you guys remember that story that came out of the PSG women's team, where apparently one of the players that was not getting any play time apparently she
Yeah,
sent gangsters to go and injure
right.
the
oh
player that
damn.
was competing in her position.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's crazy. She took matters into her own hands.
That's taking
Yeah.
matters into your own. I don't know. I think I heard that it was fake news, but I don't know if it ever true or not. No, nobody ever confirmed the story.
That's terrible, man.
I'm not gonna
That's
lie
terrible.
though. Like I'm shoot. I'll tell you right now, I'll be like, bruh, you don't want to fight me? Just know I'm going online and I'm gonna talk crazy until you decide for this to happen. Because the way it's looking, I have family back home, I have land I have to buy, I have all this, I need to set up my future. If you are sitting there and you're being selfish saying that you don't want to fight me, you don't want to fight me just so I cannot get this payday. Why are you giving this other person the payday? Because that's selfish on your part. So if you want to be selfish, I can be selfish too.
Yeah, well, I can't really
And
talk much about boxing and fighting because, it has, like, I don't really understand how those things work, but I just know that when it comes to competition, I like healthy competition, all right? I want where, for both, you have the best opportunity to be great, and you just, if one person outshines the other person, that's fine. It's not like I'm happy to lose, but if you're better than me, I have to, work hard. And if I can't do it, you have to accept it. Like you can be better than me, it's
that's fair. No,
you
as an athlete, you obviously just want a chance to prove yourself, right? But
right.
that's what we're talking about, is you not getting a chance to prove yourself. How do you get to that point where you do get your chance to prove yourself, right? What's ethical in going about it, what's not? Yeah, obviously you don't want the person to be injured, but deep down, sometimes I could be like, we've all walked down the street and I'm like, damn, I hope this person just falls. If this person falls, I'll laugh. Like, you don't want them to be injured, but if there's just a little something banged up, hey, as long as it's nothing that they cannot come back from, that's the thing. If there's something they cannot come back from, yeah. Matter of fact, in the competition goes in workplaces too, right? I can give a personal example at work. There was one of the team leaders in our company that, she went out for like 4 months or so. We split up her team between 2 of us. We performed so well. Auntie came back within a month. They laid her off because we did so well. They didn't need her. She didn't get a chance to prove herself. So should she sit there and be happy that, we got the extra shot and the extra kudos, extra, maybe funds added to our paychecks or so, like an extra raise, and she lost her job?
Who told her to take 4 months
that's
off?
unfair. I mean, medical, I don't know. Again, you don't wish that, right? So what we're saying is like, what are some of, like, how do you feel when you're in that position where you were doing so well and then you come back
She shouldn't
and
have
you're
been
not given a
fornicating.
chance to perform?
You feel bad. You feel bad. You feel bad. But like I said, there's some things that happen out of your control. You know, some things
She
happen, and
fornicated.
you
That's
come back
that's
and,
within her control.
Right, right,
no,
right.
we didn't have, with all seriousness, like the things are out of your control. They happen. Things happen. It's life. Things happen. And when you come back and things have changed, if you can do something about it, you do it. If you cannot, then you find another way to do it. Um, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, man.
And what if you can do something about it? That's where, you know, the ethics comes into play, right? So what we're saying is that, yes, you might not wish the person's injured, but are you extra aggressive in those practice sessions? If you, let's say if you're a fighter and you're training with this person, do you then, like, if the person doesn't want to fight you, do you then go easy on them so that way they think you're an easy win and then you get the chance to fight? Or if it's like a sports thing, do you go extra hard on them just to show everybody else that you're better than them? Because sometimes you have to show people in their face that you are the solution. And what you're saying is that you're not willing to be assertive enough to show that you're the solution. You're just going to keep your head down and just be the consummate professional and not speak up. When we both know that
That's
in
not what
this
I'm
life,
saying.
life is not fair and you have to get what you negotiate. You don't get what you deserve.
That's not what I'm saying. You have to work hard
You
at
see what you're
practice.
saying?
You do. You work hard at practice. You do the things that are required of you. You train hard. When you train hard, they're gonna notice. You work hard, your coach is gonna notice. Now,
Nope.
if your coach notices
They
it,
don't always
and then
notice.
does not pick you, then what do you do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. If you bring up your concerns and they don't do anything about it, then you find a way to move on. There are so many players who have left teams because they're not being selected, and that's fine. And they flourish in other places. Sometimes, I'm not saying that sometimes things should happen to you, bad things should happen to you, but sometimes those things, make for a better future.
And a lot
That's
of
true.
times it doesn't. That's the thing. A
Doesn't, yeah.
lot of times it doesn't. Sometimes it does.
Yes,
A
but that's
lot of
life.
times it does not.
But that's
And that's the
life.
point. So, but it's within your control, right? So are you saying you would just let things just play its course and you just happen to be one of those people that doesn't favor? Or are you going to take life by the handle and steer it in the direction that you want it to go?
By the scruff of the neck.
So let me ask you. You come back to training, right? Your other teammate is playing your position. You've done all those things that you said you're going to do.
Yeah.
Your coach still doesn't select you. What do you do then?
At that point, I've exhausted all my options, but I've
So
made
what do you
sure
do?
I've used up every option that I have and I've exhausted it.
Is that not what I was saying? But you do all you can to get the playing time. You do
No,
all you can.
that's
That's required of you.
but that's the thing though. There's a difference. I said I will make sure I show that I'm better than him at every chance I get. You said you're just gonna work hard. There's a difference. I gave you actual actions that I will take and do. You haven't said you're gonna do anything. If you're against him, it's me versus you. They say let's run 100 meters. I'm telling you right now, in that 100 meters, I'm smoking you every chance I get. Simple. I'm making you look bad at every chance I get. If they say crossbar challenge, 10 out of 10, I don't care if you're my best friend. I'm trying to kill you in that competition. That's just what it is. That's all I'm saying. You're saying that you're just gonna go BAU as usual if your talent's gonna shine. No, I'm going out of my way to make sure that everybody sees that I'm better than this person. I'm showing every single person that I'm better. If it's a tackle, oh boy, I'm gonna out tackle this person. And if I'm going up against him,
so we're saying the same thing basically. You work hard. What do you think about working hard?
No, what I'm saying is the difference. I'm saying is I'm gonna bully this person in that game. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna make sure everyone sees that he's my son in that game. You're gonna be nice to this person and all this stuff, and that's okay. Now the entire team can see that I'm the better option, and we can go based on that. Whereas if I leave things a little bit gray, not everyone can see that.
Okay,
now I'm leaving
okay,
things to interpretation.
The question you guys asked, you come back, the person is doing great, the team is doing great. You're starting to confuse me because at this point I'm confused.
But the team is doing great, right?
Takeaways. I come back, the guy's playing, right? He's playing. I'll work hard. I'll do what I can do, and if I don't get selected, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
You can do all you can. If you don't get selected, it is what it is. You find ways to move on. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Because you can
So,
tackle, you can do all the intimidation, and you still don't get selected. What do you have to do? Move on.
and that's okay. I'm gonna show them that in practice, right? By dominating this person, because the team might be winning 3-1, 2-1, 3-1. I'm trying to show that coach that 3-1, 2-1 could be 3-0, 2-0. That's what I'm trying to show. That no matter what, even if the team is winning, the team can still be better with me on there versus him. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. Like, yes, of course, I don't want the team to be losing while he's there. No, of course not. They can still be winning. Cool. But I want to show that we are a better team with me on this squad, on playing on the field, than without me. That's the main point. Win or lose. Like, again, if we're losing, yes, I want this person to do better. But if we're winning, buddy, I got to be the one.
So the difference in what you and I are saying is just the fact that I'm saying that I'm not going to tackle this person, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. So, God,
Yeah,
well,
the difference is I'm going to go the extra mile to make sure I succeed. You're just saying you're chilling. Which I
No,
think,
what
I
do you mean
honestly
chilling?
think that, hey,
What do you
bro,
mean
am I
chilling?
wrong?
What do you mean chilling?
Chime in. Yeah, you basically literally just been nonchalant about. You've been very political and not actually given any actual
Thank
statements of
you.
what you would
Thank
do.
you.
You have
need
not
to get out of
given a
that
single
shell.
instance, not
Get out of
one.
that shell, man.
I've given you actual examples
Talk how
more
you
than like
tell
at
us how
least
you really
5.
feel. Tell us how you
Yeah,
really feel.
you're like, oh, the team is
Damn,
doing
though.
great. You
Come
know, I'm
on,
a
man.
team
The team is
player.
doing well.
I'm gonna be
Yeah, so
supported
what?
off the field and all this stuff. Cool. I can support you and still prove that I'm better than you. I can literally sit there and beat you in everything that we do in practice and still give you pointers, but still, I want to make sure everybody knows that I've done this work. Same thing in
so
corporate
you
America.
think
We can do a group project and one person shines off the group project and the person who did the most work gets 0 credit. No, I'm making sure they know that I did this. It's Carlson and company, not us. Like, nah, we did it, yeah, but just make sure you know I was the leader. I'm the one who got this done. Without me here, the team doesn't get here. That's what I'm trying to show. I'm trying to make sure you see my work.
like I said, I didn't know I have to point it out to you that I'm gonna go to training, I'm gonna dive harder, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I thought it's something that you understand. You didn't think that training is just me, sitting there and clapping at the person that is doing great and cheering the person. Oh, it means I'm
There
gonna
we
come back.
go.
I'm gonna train extra hard. I don't know that. I did not know that I have to like spell that out for you.
Yes, you
Me
do. Not
doing
to
all I
me, to the
can to get to
people.
the top.
Not to me. I know.
Not
The
to
people
us.
don't. So tell them. They don't know.
The people need to know who Blesu is.
So let them know. What will
I'm
you do
hoping
to
the
get
people
your
have
spot? Let
sense.
them know. Let them know.
I'm hoping the people have sense.
We can say
All of these things,
because not everybody plays sports, so that's the thing too. Let's understand that. So we have to also
you
spell
know.
things out for them.
So all this, like this scenario that we're talking about, I've actually gone through it where when I was in JUCO, I had a
That's
teammate,
what I want to hear.
because I was a goalkeeper, so I had a teammate who we played in rival high schools, but the coach just favored him for some reason. The coach just picked him all the time for some reason, and it's not like I did not show up at practice. I did not work hard. I mean, deep down, I knew I was better than him. But when it came to game day, the coach had he made his decision. Always made his decision. And then everybody would ask me, why am I not playing? Why am I not playing? They'll ask me why I'm not playing. And, the answer was, I don't know. I'm not the one who selects the team. But guess what? I just kept on working hard at practice. I was going to extra training sessions. But I was still very supportive of the guy. We talked, we were friends. At training, we would still work hard. But when it comes to game day, the coach will, select him. There was one day where I believe he was hurt or something. And I got in, I played, I had a clean sheet. Hoping that the next day it'd be me playing. Guess what? The next game I was back on the bench. Kept on training hard, training, same thing. I didn't get, as much playing time. So after that season now, I transferred out because I've done all I could, to get selected. But I was not getting selected. So what else do I do? So I transferred. Guess what? I transferred to the rival school. And I played every single game.
Traitor.
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 This is what the people wanted to hear from the beginning.
Not
that
exactly.
political nonsense.
Give us the
This is what we
truth.
wanted to hear.
That's what the people wanted to hear. Well, I'm hoping the people would have understood that me doing all the
thank you for
best I
coming to
can
the
to do is
podcast.
training
We
hard.
really appreciate
I'm
you.
telling you.
You finally showed up to the podcast tonight.
however
guys are
many minutes
mad.
late.
You guys are mad. You guys are mad.
Yo.
Just here making noise. You know, empty vessels make the loudest noise. In fact, empty
So-
ngongong, so you can understand, make the loudest noise.
Yo, it's funny your story, right? It sounds like what's the guy, Gilbert Arenas. I don't know if you guys know him, former basketball player.
Agent Zero.
This guy was exactly. He was at practice nonstop, like because of politics and other things, right? Saying that, guys, he wasn't getting a chance to play at all. Like other guys were there. But guess what he did? At practice, he made sure he beat every single person in anything that they did. And it literally embarrassed the other people and made sure everyone knew about it. To where like at some point in time, you can't sit there and say, oh, well, the team plays better with this. Like it was undeniable by everyone because he was loud about it, that he was better than the other people. And he showed it every time at practice, right? He didn't just score a three and run down quietly. Nah, he scored a three and talked trash to the person that was against him and challenged them to do anything. And at the end of the game, he would literally call out, how much better he did than the other person on every single point in time, to where even other staff members were whispering amongst teams. So where he was actually forced to play, like they actually were forced to play him at that point in time. So sometimes you do have to be the bad guy on the team to get what you deserve. And, he did that. And in your cases like that, where same thing with him in Team USA, he was one of the better players on the team. They cut him from that squad. What did he do? He announced to all of them, I'm going to give you 40, 50, 50, 50, 60. And guess what? He went on a revenge tour and did just that and let them know about it. Do you think any other team cut him after that or mistreated him after that? No, he got a max contract after that. Because again, he didn't just take it laying down, right? He proved by showing his game, but he also proved it by talking about it and actually making it loud and known. So sometimes doing the right things and being quiet about it doesn't benefit you in any way, shape, or form. You have to let people know.
Sometimes it does. Some people have their way, they trash talk. Some people don't trash talk. We let our game show.
That's true. But if people don't know what you're doing, you're never going to go anywhere.
I'm a big believer in destiny. It can only be delayed, but it cannot be changed. And
be denied.
It can.
That's just,
you know.
It cannot be denied. It can only be delayed. If you're going to get there, you're going to get there.
Now, that's facts. And the thing is, each person's approach is different too, right? So,
right. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. Some people trash talk and some people just keep quiet and, work really hard. And unfortunately, there are people who work hard and, for some reason, they're still not being chosen. And that's when you make that move, right? And sometimes you get cut without you wanting to be cut. But that being cut is actually, the stepping stool to your success. So, but yeah, I mean, very good discussion.
I saw, again, just kind of wrap up everything. I saw this post. That said, the employee of the year is already chosen in January. So stop working too hard.
And I also saw this post by somebody I know. There was a statue somewhere by somebody who is dear to me who said, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Where? But that employee of the year that was chosen in January, guess what? If you sat there and you gave 10 reasons why he wasn't employee of the year, guess what? You might get it. It
was the CEO's cousin. The CEO's cousin, and it was chosen in January.
That's why I'm coming out and I'm telling the whole company that I deserve this. So that way, if the CEO wants to make that decision, I will make it very hard for him to sit there and choose it and choose that cousin as that person.
Yeah.
Because everybody will know that something is going on. Because people don't treat you fairly until you speak up and you stand up for yourself. And keeping your head down and doing the work and doing the right things, 99% of the times does not get you where you need to be. There's a reason why the A student usually ends up working for the C student.
I saw that post too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been one extended conversation. It wasn't supposed to be this long, but Blezo got pissed and started to give us a nice listener story, which is what we were looking for since the first question. It took 55 minutes and 30 seconds to get to that
narrative. fake news.
And then he even told us to check his credentials. He said,
Check
"Don't
his
play my name."
credentials.
I mean, my accolades do speak for themselves.
I'm really speak for myself. But no, it was
Put
not
some
like I'm
respect
gonna
on
do-
my name.
definitely a good conversation. I guess one thing that we want to, leave our listeners with is that, how we all approach life is not going to be the same. To what Carson was saying, sometimes you do have to speak up because we all know closed mouths don't get fed, right?
Mm.
And to Blezo's point, sometimes you just need to put your head down and work hard, right? So whichever way you decide to approach any situation, make sure you have gathered, everything you need before you then, make a decision as to how you want to approach it, right? So whether you're going left or you're going right, now you know.
Bro, you know what's
Nah.
crazy? Blesso was saying all these things like he wasn't going to Meximan to say, let me go and go powder on this person.
You're mad.
Come on. He's just
You're
showing
mad.
up for y'all. He's just showing up for y'all, bro. Don't let this man. This man is dead. 24/7.
You're mad.